Hey everybody, this is Alzorath and welcome to Veinrider. This is an incremental mining game, but looking at the screenshots, it made me think it's like Flappy Bird mining, which kind of intrigued me on some levels, so I'm going to go ahead and just try it with that in mind. I don't know if that's what it's going to be like, but I felt like doing some more incremental stuff, deploying unit. Left mouse button or spacebar to switch gravity. So is it just going to be... Oh, we actually have to hold it. Yep, it's pretty much just Flappy Bird. Oops. Let's go ahead and replay that one. We didn't even get any resources from that. So our goal is literally just to get these, and it's a hold button to actually get those. But we've gotten 2 minerals. Let's see if there's any upgrades we can get for that. None. We need 5. I am bad at this already, but I'm also bad at Flappy Bird. So, and it's not very responsive. I can tell you guys right whenever I'm hitting the button, but it feels very, very floaty. I'm hoping that we actually don't hate ourselves very much. Yeah, each time that little circle comes up, that means that I am pressing the button. So generally speaking, it feels like we almost want to just stay in the middle here, because there's like a weird amount of momentum that gets thrown at it. So yeah, now we're out of fuel. Awesome. Let's go do some upgrades. There, we can increase our max hull. We can increase our range to pick up stuff. We need to increase the spawn rate. But as far as how it feels, I'm pressing the button now. Let go of it. Pressing the button now. You can see just how long it takes for that to kind of flip. It's a little bit rough. I would work on fine-tuning the controls if I was you guys, just to make this a little bit more reasonable, because there's no way I'm going to be able to get very far in this with that or make it so you start with more life. That would be my suggestion. Increase the red mineral spawn rate. We're gonna definitely need that, but I have a feeling once we get things kind of up and going, it'll be a little bit less bad. Hopefully there's a way to improve the responsiveness of our bouton presses. Like, there's no way we're going to be able to get that one down at the bottom. Let's go and grab you. Grab those. And I think we are gonna, die right before we grab that other one. Okay, so we can get more upgrades. Can get more fuel. Don't necessarily need that right now. Could get more life just to make things a little bit easier on ourselves. But I think I am going to go ahead and increase the spawn rate. Oh, we got plus 10 for that. What missions do we have? Fly 10 kilometers in 1 run is our next mission. Okie dokie. I don't know where it would list other missions. It looks like there is some other currency right there as well. Let's go for... widens gaps and slightly eases the tunnel. I'm going to go for more magnets first. More magnets, more red. Because we're not going to get very far anyway, so just a little bit of life is more than enough. Ow. Didn't quite make it there. We only got 2.9 kilometers. But, Go ahead and get a little bit more life. Now we probably don't have that as a big issue. I think at some point we're going to just have so much hull that we can just dive through these. Because I did notice that purple down at the bottom. Can we grab these? Yep. Oh, we could go above ground too. Intriguing. That might get us the distance one relatively easy, because I don't see anything else up there. Of course, it's not doing the map. Okay. Okay, let's not break everything. And no, I'm not controlling our forward momentum. All I'm doing is controlling our vertical momentum. So we got the 10 kilometers. So we got 10 more reds from that. I'm going to go ahead and max out the density there. That way we have more reds to grab. We need to get 50 minerals in a run. I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon. I do wish, part of me actually wishes that the fuel would only be consumed while I'm pressing the button. Because basically what you're doing is sort of inverting gravity. Can I grab those? Nope. So we got 50 in total. So I'm going to grab the other magnete. I don't know if the 50 is going to be cumulative over a number of runs, but we are about to hit the next tier on missions at least. And yeah, there was no way for me to overcome that. You can't force it to go down. So I think the next one is going to be ease tunnel density. It's a little bit better. We still don't have visibility on the stuff in the walls. And yes, there will be resources in the walls too. Fly up, you fool. Okay, so we got the 51, and there we go. Into the ground! We got 25 that time, plus 10 for that. Total of 20 kilometers. Okay, so finishing the missions is what gets us the other resource there. Okie dokie. I'm gonna go with more space and with more fuel now. Increase vertical thrust so you can ascend and descend faster. That feels like it's gonna be a problem for me more than an assistant. Although, no, maybe not. Yeah, it actually feels slightly better. So the bad controls are something that you have to meta progression through, which is eh. I'd rather have tight controls early on and more difficult levels. That makes sense. That's just a preference of mine. Total of 20 kilometers gathered. We're gonna have to go through that. Yeah, oh, we almost got that last one as well. We're starting to get further, which is good. Break 20 blocks in total. We need more health for that, my guys. Oh, collecting blue minerals powers a defensive shield. We need to get blue minerals to do that, unfortunately. So let's go with... We'll go ahead and reveal the ones in terrain. And yeah, we'll go ahead and do that, because that might actually get us minerals out of the walls. Yeah. As we completely bash our face into the wall, but that means we could probably use this to even just open up terrain a little bit. Okay, so there's our 20 blocks broken. Works out actually really good. But we are almost out of fuel. Can we actually grab all those? Ooh, nope. And into the wall we go. We are definitely getting further. What's our next mission, though? Collect 20 minerals in one run. We would have gotten it with that one, you bastards. Okay, so more fuel, more life. And we'll go ahead and get the big red minerals. Reduce soil toughness by 25% to take less damage going through it. So that's going to help us mine a little bit better. And I don't know why it spawns minerals at the very freaking start. It's not like you can get up there and grab it. There is no way to go backwards, my friend. And I do think we are going to be able to get 20 on this run. Too bad it doesn't show us the next mission until after we've gotten through and died here. Because that would be actually kind of nice. Okay, that's not going to let us through very nicely. But we got more. And that gives us an extra 10. Fly 20 kilometers in one run. I think no, we didn't quite get there. Wanting us to go much, much further. Those are all maxed. I'm gonna go with softer soil, more life, and a little bit more fuel. Probably not gonna get this mission very quickly. We need to start getting blue. Is it gonna be down here, maybe? There's a blue right there. Okay. So we just need more life for that. Oh, if you go too high, you get decompressed. Nice. I was curious. It felt like it might actually let us get somewhere. Because, like, if you fly super high and then you just nosedive to 20 kilometers. Maybe you could just avoid the ground, but no. We die whenever we go into the outer space. The otter space. That's just out in the ocean is the otter space. There we go. 20 kilometers in one run. Except we're only 11 kilometers. And death. So that's going to be our next purple. And yeah, we'll go check out some more upgrades. Could get some more life. Could get some more fuel. I think out of these, we want to do structural changes even more. Go ahead and get double on the reds. We'll go ahead and increase our visibility as well. I need to see what that bottom upgrade is. I didn't actually check that, and I just noticed it looks like it's got like lines to the gems, which seems like it might not be a bad thing to grab. And obviously grinding for the reds is going to get us a little bit more progress right now. I would like to dive down and start going after the blues so we can upgrade that top one, but I don't think we quite have the durability to get down there and still harvest a decent amount of stuff. I am getting better at aiming at stuff, and I am noticing it's like stuttering a little bit now that we have zoomed out, which feels mildly odd. Upgrades. Okay, so what is this one? Expedition. Okay, yeah. Expedition Grant Red. I'm not sure what that does, but we can't unlock it in this. Okay, so max life. Looks like this is going to be a fairly restricted demo, unfortunately. We have mineral repair, which is healing from the minerals. I can pretty much guarantee that. So we can't get purple from this. We can possibly go after this. So fly a total of 100 kilometers. We can't even get through all that. I do see the blues, though. It's making me sad that I cannot get to them. Let's make some softer dirt. Can I find a good spot to go down is the question. Maybe there? Nope, can't quite make it through. So I guess we're just going to have to go for more reds for a little while more. Getting down to the blues is going to be important because that gets a shield. Although, if it requires getting blues to replenish the shield, we're kind of just borked. Wouldn't mind a larger magnet as well. I'm surprised that didn't destroy the block it was next to. Okay, so we need to go through there. I do wish we had the ability to get things to come towards us slightly faster. We'd actually get more resources that way. I do think the different types of dirt do different amounts of damage. There's another upgrade. Make the dirt softer. So we've got everything done except for blues. Yeah, we actually have to go down there. Yeah, how am I supposed to... Because that was like full on, I was holding it before we even got out of the purple. So it's literally just a matter of finding a spot that lets me go through. And yeah, our movement through here is awful. There we go. We have basically one hit to death, but we've made it a little bit of ways. And yeah, purple is significant. Oh, that is bullshit. The magnet doesn't work on the blue. So that's going to make it... There are some things that you want to do in games like this. One of them should be actually allowing me to go to the area where I need to harvest this resource, because we are literally locked out of any progress. Balancing is an important thing, my guys. Yeah, so we have to be like lucky to find a spot where we can get through to the blues. And yeah, not have it where, and I swear it feels like the gravity is increased whenever we go down there. Because I'm sitting here having to like brake for the entire distance of purple just to get down. Oh, come on. I was close enough to that to get it. For fuck's sake. Yeah, the gravity feels way worse in this bottom part than the top part. So I'm not sure if that's intentional or if that is some kind of confirmation bias I'm having with the fact that I only have like one life here. And no more blues after that initial start. Oh, there's another one. Can I get it? Bruh. We are almost out of fuel. Okay, can we get these two? We might actually be able to get our shields now. Thank God. There we go. And these... Okay, that attracts the blues. We need one more blue for that. We can spend reds on the blue resourcefulness, though. So that is reds. Reduces control impairment when overloaded? I don't know what the overloaded is going to be, but sure. So yeah, the next one is blue mineral magnet, most likely for us, if we can actually do that. That's half my life. No. So now we're just looking for one more blue so we can get the magnet, so we don't have to, like, nosedive through everything to get it. We're looking for more blues. I don't even know what our quest is right now. I should probably have double-checked that. Where are the blues? It is mildly disconcerting that we fly this far and don't see one. Okay, so there is a double. That's nice. And we also now have our shield. I don't know what grants us the shield. It might be just gathering a certain number of blues. Okay, collect 100 minerals in total. That's fine. Get our magnet going. We'll go ahead and increase the abundancy so we can actually see it. Further to break minerals out of tougher bricks. Yes. Make shield more resistant to damage. What actually gives us that kind of stuff? Okay, so that reduces sediment's toughness. We need to get more reds for that. That's fine. And we can start revealing blues in the terrain if we get 10 of them. Yeah, all of these are 10 required for the next tier of it, unfortunately. So it feels like it wants us to get red, blue, and then it's going to be the end of the demo. Can I grab those? Nope. Oh, we got the magnet. I guess the magnet is relatively weak, but we do have more blues at least. Come on, give me. There we go. Give me this one. So the magnet is very, very weak. Definitely want that one. I don't think we can go down there and grab that blue without it being a problem. I don't know what determines whether we're overloaded or not. But we did get enough blues off of that. So I think we're going to go for... I'm going to go for more magnet just to get them closer to us. And I should get more frequent spawns of these next as well. So the blues give us 2. We need more frequent spawns of them. We need to be able to see them in the purple. just so we can grab them more often. The magnet is mostly so we don't have to be quite as precise with our movement to grab them. It does feel like we are still grabbing them out of the terrain, even if we can't see them. In fact, we just did. Come on, give me my shield back. Thank you. We might hit the goal this time. Cargo okay, so we are now overloaded. And like maybe 2 hits from death. There we go. We got 100 minerals. Purchase 3 upgrades. Ooh, nice. Well, I will probably be doing that relatively quickly. We're going to do an abundancy. We're going to do a shield matrix. We are going to do a sediment softener and that. So now we got 20 more red. Vertical thrust further. Burn less fuel when traveling. Grab both of those. Oh, so there is a gun. Yay. We get to have a gun. Eventually. Deploy. Okay, so now we can pull the blues out of the terrain. It looks like the terrain is a little more friendly now, too. At least down here. I do wonder why, if there's going to be a method for improving the speed at which they catch up to us. Because if you notice, if we grab something too far away, it just kind of like trails behind us in a very awkward fashion. But I think with the shield as it is now, we're actually fine in this area. I'm slightly curious what's below us now. I'm slightly tempted. You know what? We're going down. Okay, so there's nothing down here. That is, yeah, locked in demo. We've gotten to the next point where it just says locked in demo. We'd actually have to figure out what's deeper in that. I'm going to go ahead, max out the spawn rate. Don't have enough for the magnet yet. I'm going to make the shield more resistant and get that maxed out. We've reached kind of like the end point of each of these. I just want to see what our maximum performance is. I would probably, if I was going to give them advice on marketing this game for the demo, I would have probably included 3 currencies and let you get a little further into the tree. But I don't know what percentage of the tree that is. Because usually with games like this, you want it to be about an hour's worth of content so you can get a good feel of the general loop. Right now, we do have a slightly rough idea, but we don't know just how reasonable it's going to be to go down into the depths, such as going down to the next floor down, where we'd be getting our next resource, but that resource is not currently available. That's generally... There's our overloaded. We're just going to grab as much as we can. I don't know if there's a way to increase our capacity so we get overloaded slower. Maybe some of the engines upgrades do it. Oh, there's an area here at the end. Okay, so there's paths in both directions. That's intriguing to me. So that means that the verticality is not the only direction we care about. And all we're missing is reds for that, which we don't really care about. I am going to go up this time. We're actually going to go to the right and see what is over here in this segment. I don't care about resources anymore. We've maxed out everything we can get. But I want to see what this material over here looks like while we have a little bit better fuel efficiency. We have our shields not actually spawning. I think we might need to pick up gems to get our shields to spawn. If we can come down here and grab them. I don't know if the red ones will actually fuel it or not. I don't think they are, because we're not seeing the shield come up. So the next zone should be right about... We're almost there. It was 20-something kilometers in. But it's not showing now. Oh, we do actually have blues on this floor as well. There it is. But can I get... No, that is literally just a one-shot. That is probably going to be what it feels like it's going to be. Is it feels like you're going to go down quite a bit to get the next few resources, and then you're going to get all your upgrades, and then eventually you're going to get strong enough to punch through this wall, and you'll be making a decision: do I go up and give up a bunch of resources for just like the small meta progression by going up above ground and go through this wall and then get the stuff here, or do I go down and get the deeper resources? Because yeah, this costs like just a bunch of red. We don't really care about that too much. But for a 20-minute demo, not too bad. Good introduction to the resources. I wish they would have included a third, possibly this purple here, just to give you a little bit more of an idea of what things are. And yeah, that one, that is very weird. And I'm not able to highlight those now. There we go. Now we're able to. But either way, I think that's all we can really do in this one, sadly. So if they do release an update to the demo, I will make a longer video on it. But for now, go give this a check out if you want to try this type of game. It does feel very much like Flappy Bird meets an incremental miner. I do like the actual progression speed on the tree, though, because you almost, after we got past that initial kind of, this feels slow and we're like getting maybe 2 each and it's sluggish as hell, we did start getting progress consistently run to run, which is what you want in this type of one. You don't want to have it where you're doing more than maybe 2 runs in a row before you can do an upgrade, as long as you are playing semi-competently. So that felt good after the initial couple runs. But either way, keep gaming, have fun, peace out. This is Alzorath. Bye.